As you can tell from this title if you can read, this is about the time that I ate a maggot sandwich. And I know what you're thinking, ew, that's freaking disgusting. Why would you eat a sandwich with maggots in it? Alright, let me explain. First of all, it was an accident. It's not like I grabbed a handful of maggots, slapped it in between two pieces of bread and just went to town on that bad boy. No, there's actually a bit of a story behind it. Back in the day when I was doing carpentry, I did not get along with my boss. He was this grumpy old bloke who reminded me of the Ninja Turtles' crippled old tradie uncle with gout. And I know what you guys might be thinking, whoa, why don't you guys get along, Ninja Turtles? That sounds awesome. Well, I think a good part of that might be the fact that he would pick me up for the drive to work at the ungodly hour of 4 to 5 a.m. All because we lived on the hill in the middle of the bush and he would spend the whole 2-hour drive to work letting it rip and he wouldn't even crack a window, so I had to suffer in his rancid fumes. Bastard. On one of these early mornings, I was stumbling around the kitchen half awake like a drunk peg-legged amputee trying to get together some lunch, when I had a faint memory of Mum saying something about a cheese and bacon roll on the bench, so I snatched it up and took off for work. Now, just a heads up, if you're weak in the stomach or about to eat a meal, maybe think twice before listening to this next part, because to this day I still struggle to talk about it without dry reaching. Alright, here we go. It's Smoko, and I am bloody excited to go to town on this roll, so naturally, like every time, we would grab the milk crates, sit our asses down, he would read the paper, and I'd just whip in the iPod and just listen to tunes because I don't really want to talk to him. Here I am devouring this roll, and dare I say, it was one of the best cheese and bacon rolls I've ever eaten. It was bloody delicious. Don't know why. And all of a sudden, as I'm chomping down the last little bit, I feel something wiggling around in my mouth. What the bloody hell is that? It feels like I've just eaten a fly or some kind of crawling bug. It's about this time that it hit me with a horrid realization and my face went pale. I slowly looked down to the roll to see it absolutely crawling in maggots! Like this thing was bloody coated in them. They blended in with the cheese and they were wriggling around the bacon bits. I remember not wanting to make a scene because I didn't want to look like an absolute idiot in front of my boss, so I casually got up, walked down the hallway, exited the front door, and I just started throwing up clumps of maggots and bread all over the front lawn, and these things were still wriggling around. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten, and I've eaten some pretty gross shit. 5-day-old pizza. Anyway. And I don't even know how I got through the rest of the day acting like nothing ever happened. It has been a solid 10 years since then, and I still to this day struggle to eat a cheese and bacon roll. In fact, since then I've probably only eaten like 2, and I examine the absolute crap out of them. Ever since then, I've had the biggest issue with maggots. Every time I see them, I just imagine them crawling around my food and on the inside of my mouth and... It actually makes my eyes water. And you know what the worst part about all this is? It didn't even actually taste that bad. In fact, it was freaking delicious. Mind over matter, I guess. Who knew? I'll never forget the... I cannot. The picture of the maggots crawling around on my food... Oh, God. And as I... Bloody hell. Oh, God.